Hello, people, and welcome. We're doing August. We're in August now, and it is the second episode of the rebuild with Olympique Lyonnais and the entirety of, French football as a whole. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We've got a few things coming up. Games against Stade Rennes, against AS Monaco, and against Strasbourg to kick off the Liga 1 season. And, ultimately, we've got a few transfers to make. Ins, outs, we've got deadline day too. This is going to be the entirety of August, as we did the entirety of July in the last episode. Let's get into it. Starting off, we confirmed the signing of Nadeshime, however you pronounce his name again. We signed him for £10.2 million, and we got that over the line. Lacazette has now expressed his concern that we're not strengthening the team enough. However, we reassured him to say that we're working on it. And on that note, we have a special surprise. Okay, I don't know, but we're going to try and sign Job Bellingham and Tino Livramento. Yes, I know these players aren't French, but remember we also need to rebuild the Lyon squad. And you see, we're working in both departments. We signed Alexis Vega from, nowhere. He came for nothing because he was a free agent. So we got him on a free. Lacazette is now satisfied that we are strengthening the squad and we both had something in common. We both wanted the best for the club. And as for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Aston Villa want to sign him for £10.6 million. However, we want to negotiate that. Niakate is wanted by Burnley. However, we turn that offer down, just as Tagliafico is wanted by Lazio. And £15.5 million is what we'll start the offer at for our bid. However, no less even than £30 million. Molebe has gone out on loan to Granada for 2 years, and our second goalkeeper was wanted by Real Sociedad, but we turned that down, because we wanted enough for depth. £14.7 million is a new offer that Aston Villa put down, and we agreed. And in response, we now look to try and replace him immediately with fellow right-back Tino Livramento. And for the sake of it, we put down an offer £60,999,999, which was accepted after a tough round of negotiations, and after agreeing with personal terms, Livramento is now a Lyon player. Tagliafico negotiations break down with Lazio. However, it is now match day. It is Stade Rennes versus Lyon in the opening game of the Liga 1 season. Stade Rennes, we looked how they play. They like to just pep it around the field, tiki-taka. And Mata is wanted by West Ham, but we turn that down as he's one of our starting centre-backs and is too important. Our second choice striker wants to start the game. However, we had to remind him that it's a team game and that, he's not in charge. And so instead we're starting Lacazette. Then again, he will get game time throughout the season because Lacazette is also ageing. So, yeah. So now we're in the pre-match press conference, and the reporter is saying, do we still want to play Matic because he didn't complete a pass last game? And one reporter is questioning the reports that Perry will play in goal. I mean, given he's our starting goalkeeper, I'm not sure what else we're going to answer. Of course he's going to play in goal. Where else is he going to play? Why midfield? Anyways. And the reporter is saying, are we prepared to face Fofana? And will we be looking to Matic, to counter that? And we said Matic will come out on top. He's starting, and, But I think we're ready to begin our opening game against Stade Rennes in Liga 1. And so here we are. Hopefully enjoy the coverage, and I'll let you know what goes on. But this is match day 1 of Liga 1. Stade Rennes versus Lyon. Welcome, people, to Stade Rennes versus Lyon. We are underway, and already Stade Rennes coming in with a chance, but it was kept out by our goalkeeper Perry, who the reporter didn't exactly know whether he was going to start in goal today or whether he was going to play elsewhere. 2 saves immediately after 2 strikes from Rennes. Going into the next highlight, well, yeah, that didn't result to much. It's now a corner for Rennes in the 33rd minute. Corner played, however, we managed to deal with it well, clearing it out of harm's way. And so it's now the 39th minute, and this was probably the best chance, well, we'll probably have in the first half, as Lacazette ran straight into the keeper, although was foiled. Now it is a chance for Lyon going into this, but the Rennes players got there first. And so here we are again with the opportunity, but then again intercepted by the Stade Rennes players. 64th minute, cross played in. Can't really get it in our possession here, although we now do possess the ball, and now we are trying to find a route into the box. We do pick out someone, but yeah, that didn't go too well, and it is out. And now we have a long ball played in, although here's our opportunity here, although kept out and couldn't convert with an open goal there. And so full time, Stade Rennes 0, Lyon 0. It is a goalless game in our opening game of the Ligue 1 season. Hopefully, we'll try and take our chances next time. But yeah, that was the opening game of the Ligue 1 season. Hopefully you enjoyed that. We sort of did because, well, yeah. But look, a point, it's good. It's okay. But off we go now. And let's continue with some transfer business. Starting off with the team chat, and the person who wanted to play today was a bit disappointed that he didn't get to play in the game. Maitland-Niles is officially out of Lyon. He's gone to Aston Villa for £14.7 million. As, well, yeah. He's now gone. And we have decent squad depth in the area. Maitland-Niles is now sold. We get 12 million from it for the time being. And it is now match day again. We are now up against AS Monaco. And our only reserve player actually wants to play. But yeah, we're not really going to start him right now. But apparently we'll give him a chance. Because I didn't really have anything else to say, apparently. Just before the game, we're just going to quickly send out a scout off to Belgium. And he's our only Belgian scout too. Well, he's our Belgian scout. But we're now about to play AS Monaco, who, like Stade Rennes, like to pep it round the field. And now we're back in a pre-match press conference. AA manager. So yeah, here we are. Lacazette, where is the subject that we're on about? Does he have the chance to get past our opponent's defender and come out on top? We're confident that he will. A reporter is a bit brainless again and is questioning whether Perry will start in goal. But, yeah, of course he will. I don't, maybe this is the same reporter. I mean, they're just the same journalist. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll celebrate his form because, well, he kept a clean sheet in the last game, at least. I guess that's good enough. He's also our starting goalkeeper, so, yeah. Tagliafico is now the subject that we're on. And yeah, does he have the ability to coincide? Well, okay. So, we're just, we're confident about whatever question they ask. I couldn't exactly read it then. I was able to read it then, but I'm doing this voice recording while watching what's going on here. But anyways, we had to, I guess, fulfill the promise of that person. So, we put him on the bench. Close enough. But now, this is our first home game of the season. Lyon versus a country of its own, I guess. Not recognised by many, but it is Lyon versus Monaco. I wonder what people from Monaco do during the World Cup. Like, watching their team, play throughout the season instead of on the world stage. Speaking of Monaco, they have a penalty in which was scored in the 9th minute of the game, sending the keeper the wrong way. That was from EC. That was probably easy for EC. Okay. But yes, but here we are now. We are now into the 42nd minute, and Monaco have a chance again. We try to stop them, slide tackles coming in, but Perry with a brilliant stop, keeping us in the game. Lyon now have, are now going forward. It's the 49th minute, by the way. So, minutes into the second half. Switching the play here, we're now playing on the right-hand side. Going central, Matic on the ball to Liso. Playing it outright to Almada. And Tagliafico now on the ball. Tolisso. They're okay. It gets strange when you start listing players' names when they just pass it round. But they couldn't get around the Monaco defence. And so the chance of that chance came to an end. A corner taken by Monaco but punched away from our goalkeeper, who went into the centre of the box to get further control, and then Monaco managed to get through the penalty area and take a shot on goal, although saved by Perry again. We now have a free kick, which was played in nicely, but we didn't get enough power on the header, and that went into the keeper's arms. Now we're on the ball here, going forward. This is the 76th minute, although Almada was dispossessed from the ball, and so here we go with Monaco in the ball. It's the 83rd minute. Let's see what they can craft up here against us. They ripped through our defence, although we did a brilliantly timed risky tackle in the box, and now we are on the counter-attack, and it was also clean, that tackle. We're now going forward down the left-hand side with Almada in possession, although playing in the cross, although not too successful. Although we do manage to regain possession, and Cherky, who tried to play in, it was blocked by a player in the green shirt for Monaco today, and that is how it'll end. Lyon 0, Monaco 1. Shame for us, as we were hoping to get some points on the board there, but unlucky today. Sort of, I guess, but yeah. But Monaco put in a good defensive display, and we'll hopefully be able to get some goals next time, because we haven't actually scored a goal all season. Although we're only 2 games in. Chelsea want Cherky for £29 million, although we put it on the negotiating table demanding much, much higher. And PSV also want Cherky for £30 million, although we also put that much higher, given he's a valuable player to us. It is match day, but it's also deadline day in the same breath. And already AC Milan, or Milano FC in this case, wants Fofana. So we negotiate that, and we'll see what will be the result of that going through the day. As for Strasbourg, they like to basically kick and rush, or hit and hope, I guess. But let's get into the game. Here's our lineup. We are actually playing Miko Tadze to start the game for us ahead of Lacazette, because again we also want him to get some game time. So here we are against Strasbourg for the 3rd game, and it's also the last game of the episode. And so we kick off. Again, we are at home, and already an immediate chance here being squared in, but Petrovic got there. Petrovic is a goalkeeper for Strasbourg today. We tried to square in the box, but it was claimed by him. As for Strasbourg, now on the ball, just outside the penalty area, looking to come through, although shot from the edge of the box, saved by Perry. As for us, going forward, we also had an opportunity. Nice shot from space, but not from space, but in space, which would end up being saved by the Strasbourg goalkeeper. And yes, 2 highlights later, because I didn't comment on the last highlight at all. Here we are. Okay, 3rd highlight since then. And Strasbourg going forward out wide, although these highlights do end quickly. This is unplayable highlights, by the way. Corner taken, but it was dealt well by Strasbourg. And now we're in the 83rd minute, and Lyon have an opportunity here. Taken by Vega, but saved by the Strasbourg goalkeeper. Strasbourg coming forward, although we managed to intervene successfully. And that is how the game will end. It is the second 0-0 draw of the month. And now it is deadline day action. We will now, because we didn't for the entirety of the month, try and get Bellingham, but now we will. We're now going to try and get some players, including Madara. I don't know how you pronounce his name. We'll try and get him from Leipzig. But we are basically putting in bids for 3 players that we fancy. Ben Zigier. We're also trying to sign from Napoli. Inter Milan. We're not trying to get all of them, but we want to get at least one. Turkey negotiations break down with Chelsea. And as for, well, Tagliafico again, he's wanted by PSG. I think it's Tagliafico. No, it's actually Tolisso. It's Tolisso who's wanted by PSG. And Lacazette is wanted by Atalanta, although we are negotiating a bit higher for these because we want to make as much that is available to them as possible. Because some of these players that they want are quite valuable to us, and let's just say squad depth isn't the greatest. We also turned down a Monaco bid, and Lacazette will stay at Lyon. As for Ben Zigier, well, we have agreed a deal to sign him, and after personal terms were agreed, we complete the signing of Ben Zigier, and he is now a Lyon player who will be wearing the number 14 shirt. He has been signed for a fee of £15.2 million. So that is one deadline day signing through the door. Will we get any more? Well, we don't know just yet. But our bid to sign Handra broke down as well as with Joe Bellingham. So he will be the only deadline day signing of, well, deadline day. Tagliafico is wanted by Manchester United, although we turn that down because it's late in the window. And that is it for August. Deadline day is now coming to an end, and the transfer window is closed. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll hopefully try and get a shorter gap next time. Goodbye.